WMC Memphis, WMFS HD2 Bartlett Memphis, part of the Memphis Sports Network with 92.9 FM ESPN, ESPN 790 AM.
The views and opinions of the hosts or guests of the following program do not necessarily reflect those of the management or staff of Intercom Memphis.
Watch the sunrise, new day's dawning, and it's calling you and me, where the mighty Mississippi flows by Memphis, Tennessee. We've got woodlands, fields, and water. Hey, there is no better way. You can find out all about it on Outdoors with Larry Ray. Make some time, take the family, ask a friend, but don't delay. Listen up and learn about it on Outdoors with Larry Ray. Listen up and learn about it on Outdoors with Larry Ray.
Good Saturday morning. Welcome to another edition of the award-winning Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790. Brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, Gaston's White River Resort, and Barton Power Sports. Now, here's your host, Larry Ray.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790. This is Larry Ray sitting and do every Saturday morning unless I'm physically unable, which has happened a couple of times in 15 years on the air. But and you know that this is the second Saturday of the month, and that means not only are we going to talk about fishing, but we finally got the man settled down. He's backed into his favorite spot here at the station. He's got on his shirt, so he's ready. He is back from the Classic man himself. He was everywhere, I understand. I've heard reports that Ron Wong sightings were all over the place. Good morning, Ron Wong.
Good morning, Larry. Good morning, everybody.
What a busy man.
And I have to tell you, no, I haven't settled down yet.
No, you haven't settled down.
We have a lot to do because I want everybody to go out to lroutdoors.com.
Yes.
We'll be loading pictures from the Bassmaster Classic. You'll see pictures of the launch, of the weigh-ins, the expo, and everything else that was going on there. I have to tell you.
Any pictures of food?
Very little, because you know what?
What?
For one time.
You didn't have time.
I didn't have time to almost eat.
I know it.
It's pretty amazing.
I tell him to slow down and enjoy it.
You know, the day starts at about 3:30, 3:45.
That's in the morning.
In the morning, and everybody knows I'm not a morning person.
Oh, everybody knows, yeah.
And
so you just never went to bed.
And then, by the time the press conference is over, after the weigh-in, it's about 7:30 at night. Then I have to go and charge my batteries on my cameras.
And yourself.
Download pictures and everything else, grab a bite to eat and everything else. And I have to tell you, it was it's well worth it. And
tell me about Tulsa. Tell me about, before we start, because we have a star-studded lineup.
Oh, absolutely.
As only Mr. Wong could put together. You thought you heard it all on the preview show. This may top the preview show, but because of the guest that Ron has helped line up, and because we're going to talk a lot about the Classic. So tell me about Tulsa, how it went. Were you impressed?
Tulsa really puts out the red carpet for the Bassmaster Classic.
Yes.
They absolutely do a great job, traffic control, everything else. And the venues that they have, the BOK Center where the weigh-ins are. Oh my gosh, what a nice arena! All of the contenders in the Classic drive through to weigh in their fish, and it's a big stage. And of course, BASS does a phenomenal job of putting on that program. And then the Cox Business Center where the expo is.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I wish I would have had an opportunity to walk through it completely and talked to so many different people. But it's pretty amazing. Back in 2013, when they were there, they broke all kinds of records with 109,000 people. I believe it was.
Yeah, you think they had more this time?
I think that they had more. I mean, the expo at times was so jam-packed, it was unbelievable.
The record's 139,000 from Bossier City and Shreve.
City, that's right. But Tulsa is a wonderful town. And, from Memphis, Tennessee.
Yeah, 400 miles.
It's an easy 6-hour drive.
Yes.
Interstate all the way into Tulsa.
Easier to get to than Lake Hartwell last year.
Yeah, that's 10 hours.
That's 10 hours in a different time zone.
But that's all good.
Yeah.
And I have to tell you, we don't know where yet it'll be at.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you.
2017.
2017.
I have not announced it yet. But I have to tell you, and one of the things that I'm thankful for, I actually had some help this year.
You did. You had
doing some of the interviews.
Yeah.
And she's going to become a regular contributor.
Yeah. She's good.
Outdoors with Larry Ray, and that's our friend.
Yeah.
Deborah Hinks. And I got her to help do some of the interviews that you're going to see on LRI Outdoors.
I look forward to seeing them because he needed a little feminine touch to this,
Well, I think that we do. I think that we do.
Because, this is part of our audience out there, ladies, and we appreciate I can't tell you all these wild game dinners I speak at. I hear women that listen to us, and everything. Yep. And Deborah has such a story and a personality.
She really does, and hopefully we can have her on later on this month to talk about her experience and what she is doing now, because she's actually back fishing some tournaments there in Texas. So
well, just to surprise me, you popped the surprise on Open Mic Saturday, where it's hard enough to get Ron at 6:45 in the morning, but there I get this wonderful voice comes in there, and I said, Ron, and having Deborah on was, you didn't tell me or anything. You just kept it a surprise.
Well,
and,
I have to surprise you occasionally.
Oh, you do,
Larry,
occasionally.
And I will tell you. But I'm very thankful for everything that she's done to help out with the stuff that we had to do for Outdoors with Larry Ray. And I will tell you, she knows all of the same people that
you
I
do.
know.
Yeah.
And so that really helps, and I think it provides a little bit of credibility to me.
No, I don't know about that. You're pretty well known out there, Ron. That's for sure. Because even though there's more Wongs in the world than any other name, you are out there, and the Classic itself. I followed it online. I'm looking forward to seeing it, and seeing that Jason Christie was rolling for 2 days. And then all of a sudden, Edwin Evers comes in, and but you had a little hunch on Saturday.
I will tell you, what happened was, the first day, Jason Christie comes in, weighs in, he has 20 pounds plus, takes the lead over Greg Vinson, who had 18 pounds.
Yeah.
And
great first day for Jason.
Right.
Yeah.
Second day weigh-in, Jason comes in, and he has 16 pounds, which is still very, very good.
Yeah.
The lake really fished tough.
Yeah.
However, the top six then was no surprise for some of the people that were in there. The Todd Faircloths, Keith Combs was in there, Bill Lowen.
Yeah.
We're going to try to get a hold of Bill sometime and have him on our show.
Yeah, we want to get him on.
He's just a super, super guy. But when I saw that weight go down, and kind of watching some of Bassmaster Live on the screens that they had throughout the venue there at the expo, I thought, I don't know. Somebody may come and overtake them. And, my dark horse pick was Todd Faircloth.
Yes. Well, that was my dark. Yeah, I told you. I went for Van Dam and Todd Faircloth.
Yeah, and, I picked Jason Christie.
You did?
On my fantasy league, I had predicted that it would take 61 pounds, 7 ounces to win it. Well, it actually took 60 pounds, 7 ounces.
Yeah, that's what I've got here.
It by a pound.
You missed it by a pound. I've got it right here, and I knew you would. How long did it take us for him to mention that? 10 minutes? Okay, I knew that, but I thought he was going to pull in there. Of course, Kevin Van Dam. He's back, but undoubtedly he had some tough fishing. Because it was tough. You had some really major guys come back with zeros, didn't you, Ron?
You know,
That's
it
what's
was
amazing.
very, very tough to see
To make
some of
the
those
cut.
guys and
Yeah.
to make the cut. I mean, Grand Lake was not Grand Lake. First of all, they had a flood back there in December.
Yeah.
Muddied up the whole lake.
Yeah, since they
And-
practiced, too. I mean,
And most of them practiced during December during
Yeah.
that very, very high water, muddy water, and everything else.
Yeah.
So they came to practice, and they found the essentially the whole lake stained.
Yeah.
They could find some decent water to fish,
Mm-hmm.
but that lake fishes better with wind on it.
Mm.
During practice, the wind was blowing pretty good. I was out the last practice day on Wednesday, and it was pretty choppy out there. And
Choppy for Ron is like blowing for me. Okay.
yeah, it's 3 foot waves.
Okay, that's it. Yeah.
And-
Dramamine.
And
All right.
so they were catching them fairly good. Well, the first 2 days of the tournament, the wind lied down.
It did.
And it changed everything. And it was those that could adapt.
Yeah. Yeah.
And talk about adapt.
Yeah.
Edwin Evers.
Yeah, he really
on
had-
the first day.
Yeah. What did he have? I don't remember how.
He only weighed in 4 fish for 13 pounds. That was it.
So he didn't
He
even have,
didn't even have a limit.
He didn't have a limit. All right.
And the second day, he says, well, I'm going to change up and do something totally different, which
Yeah.
he did.
Yeah. Undoubtedly
And
he did.
he and he caught a limit, who weighed 17 pounds plus.
Yeah.
And
So he's sitting at about 30 pounds or so. I don't know what it was, but
and he had
35 pounds. Or,
he
yeah.
he had about 31 pounds.
Yeah, he was in the
Okay, that
top
was it.
25.
That was it.
He's in the top 25 who
And-
qualified for Sunday.
And the
Wow.
last day, he makes another adjustment. It's those that can make the adjustment that's going to win.
Well, he made the adjustment, and once again, he's the third straight angler to win the Classic in his home state. We thought Jason Christie was one of those guys too in there.
And you know what? Now Jason stayed with his game plan throughout the whole.
Well, he didn't have another plan.
Well,
undoubtedly, he didn't.
he knows the lake though
Yeah,
as
he
well
knows
as
it.
anybody
Sure
else.
he does. Yeah.
But he felt like he could win it the way he did. Now I will tell you this.
Yeah.
What I think one of the things that hurt him, he was fishing going into coves and bays off of the main lake or off of a major creek.
Mm-hmm.
Because he had such a following of
Yeah,
spectators.
you said that. He was
Okay.
He's
It was pretty amazing. So when he went into a cove, he had to pick a side to fish versus being able to fish down one side going in and down the other side going out.
yeah.
Because of so many spectator boats, the trolling motors running, the electronics running.
There's no rules on. They have
There
to
are
be,
no rules.
You
However,
have to be a certain distance
there
from
is
him.
an etiquette. No,
there's no.
there is an etiquette
Yeah.
about that. If you're a spectator,
Yeah.
and I encourage everybody that is out to see one of these, whether it's an elite
I've
tournament,
done it. And
an FLW
yeah.
tour tournament, or all that. If the competitors waves at you to stay back, stay back.
stay back. Yeah.
I also recommend staying off of them at least 50, 60 yards.
Yeah.
At least that.
And some of these were
and-
closer than that. It's like if you wanted
It's
to
pretty
see,
amazing,
Yeah,
and,
it's
you know-
like if you wanted to see a Major League Baseball player and you're out in the outfield with him and he's trying to catch a ball.
That's
and
right. Absolutely.
I mean, he's distracted by his fans are allowed to get out there. Can you imagine that in any other sport?
Yeah, it just doesn't happen, and I have to tell you, we saw one spectator. That wasn't a spectator. He just decided he wanted to fun fish. A guy from Kansas in a big bass boat.
He was out there fishing with them when they were.
Yeah, he was. Yeah,
God.
it's pretty crazy. Respect what's going on.
Yeah.
Be one of those great. Feel fortunate
Yeah.
that you get to be a spectator up close. There's no other sport. That you
No
can
other
do this.
sport like this.
Absolutely.
I mean, all right. Well, we're going to take our first break in the morning. Wow, we have some great guests coming up. Of course, going to squeeze in a little Marty Marbury so we can get a little dance music in here.
Yeah.
And Steve McAdams, our monthly report from them. But Ron has got some and we got a little surprise guest at the end that hold on for. Y'all stick around.
Absolutely.
Because I'm shocked. Ron's power, I'm overcome by him, to get this guy on the show this week. All right, let's take a break. Stuart Settles is taking care of us as our show producer this morning. We're right back on Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790.
Can find